In this lesson, I'm going to provide a brief overview of the Eclipse IDE, Integrated Development Environment, not going into any particular depth in any of the features, primarily because I really can't. There's too many to cover in depth, but just to give you an overall tour of what Eclipse looks like. So Eclipse is just a regular Windows application or Mac application. You've got a menu bar across the top. You've got an icon bar right underneath the menu bar. We'll come back and look at those in a moment, especially the menu bar. Then the rest of the screen is divided up into basically three areas. On the left, we have a Package Explorer area. This simply will list the different parts of your project or package if you decide to develop it as a package. We're going to work only with projects, so it's really the same thing. The middle screen, the most important part, is the main editor window. This is where you'll be typing in your code, and we'll see that in more detail. Down below that is a console area. I call it console because primarily that's what you're going to use it for, to view your console output. But it also will display errors. You can generate and display Java documentation, and you can also create declarations in this window. But primarily we're going to use it for its console application. The menu bar has standard menus for working with files, for performing edit functions, for working with your source code. We'll see more of that as we get into programming. For refactoring your code, such as taking out code that's reused and turning it into methods or extracting classes. To navigate through Eclipse, to search for different things such as text or files. Project for working with the overall project. Run for running programs and debugging. Window for working with the windows that make up the app. We won't look at that at all. And then finally there's the help function. Down below you have the standard icons for shortcuts. The one we'll be using the most is Run to run our application, and then for creating new pieces of a project, such as a complete project or a class or a file, things like that. And then we have many other icons also. That's the brief overview of the IDE. Like I said, there's quite a bit more we can talk about. We could spend a lot of time covering all the different sections, but I want to focus on what you need to know to begin using it as a programming environment. So we're going to wrap up this lesson on the overview now and go into some practical aspects of using Eclipse, including how to use the code completion and code correction features of Eclipse.